Hi everyone, and welcome back to You Remind Me with Marcus and
Ben.
oh my god, I've got another guest. Got another guest. So, like I was saying before, I am getting friends and family who have been there for me. I'm being selfish, yes, but it's so good to just have these people around me, and I just want the world to know that Marcus is okay. Okay. Anyway, Ben. So, welcome to You Remind Me. How you doing, Bill?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, mate. How are you?
I'm good. I am good. Just drinking wine. You know how it is. That's how I do on this pod, as
Having a
people know.
lovely
Yeah, you
time.
have to have a lovely time.
Yeah,
Why not?
mate.
That's what a pod is about, isn't it?
Yeah.
But how has your week been?
My week has been, lovely. Lovely week. What day is it?
It's only
Wednesday?
Wednesday, isn't it?
Yeah,
Like,
only a couple of
yeah,
days.
so you've only had a couple of days in.
Yeah, it's been nice. Went up to Ludlow where I do Panto
Mm-hmm.
and helped out with a bit of the casting and stuff like that. Had
Mm-hmm.
little meetings and chats about stuff.
Okay.
And then came down to London today to see
Yeah.
your lovely
I
self.
know to pop on the pods. Oh God. But so I'm gonna delve straight into this. Sorry. Well, straight into it is the same thing, isn't it? So I've known yourself for what would you say? Would you
Oh,
say it'll
babe.
be like 10 years or maybe more or less? I can't remember.
10, at least
I would
10,
say 10
surely.
years. It'll be 10 years. And so for yourself, the Ben I met 10 years ago is, would you say actually, is a different Ben we have now? There you
Oh,
go, Bill. That is a question, isn't it?
baby girl, we went straight to that 50-meter
Mm.
board.
Mm.
Um,
That's what I do every
well,
day as well.
yeah.
Swim, swim.
Um, yeah, for sure. 100%. Like, I can't even. I think I was thinking about this. I was speaking about this today. I think I've changed so much, and so many parts of me have changed, but like my core values have always been there.
Hmm.
So like the coreness of who I am, I feel has always been present, but there's been like behaviors and things layered
Yeah.
on top of that I've like stripped away and tried to understand where they're from and whether they're useful, whether they're mine or someone else has given to me. Um, yeah, so just like doing a
No.
lot of that,
Yeah.
doing
I
a
hear
lot
you.
of
Like
that.
as you were saying that, I see, like a center column, and then you could have those jigsaws that go on top, but you could still take them off.
Yeah, yeah,
That is the visualize visualization I see of what you were saying then.
yeah,
Do you know what I mean?
yeah,
Or you're just saying yeah.
yeah, yeah.
You don't see
What are
it.
these jigsaws?
I know, but do you know what I mean? It's like a center column, and you could literally just put bits on and take them off like that, and take them off. But like that is just
Oh
how I
yeah,
just saw
okay,
it
yeah,
because you
yeah,
were
yeah.
saying you still see
Like stripping
your
away,
core
you mean
self,
like stripping away those bits
but you
that are
still
covering the
got
core?
that core
Yeah, yeah,
self
yeah.
of
I see what you
yourself.
mean. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay.
I know what you mean now. I'm
Oh
distracted.
God.
Like
What?
what shape are the blocks?
So I mean, literally, no. I people
No, because
can
I
they
thought
can
about
see
this and you were
it.
telling me.
So it's a column.
Yeah, I
Say
know what
like a
it
kid's
is.
toy. It goes
Yeah.
bam straight up, and then you can do like it will have a hole. So the pieces that go on, look at it like it goes a hole like that, and then they come out like triangular, like that, and then you could take them off, but you always got that center column.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
That's how I see it.
Yeah.
You still don't see
No,
it.
I do. I know what you
Do
mean.
you know what I mean? So you are
I
able
was
to
just
take.
thinking about the
Oh,
jigsaw.
you got me going all through jigsaw puzzles, and I'm not even getting paid for this. Because someone will listen and be like, "Oh shit, that's a good jigsaw." Do you know what I
I
mean?
know, yeah.
Oh god. But yeah, so I know you've been out and about of the country.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So where have you been recently?
Most recently was in Thailand.
Okay.
Yeah. On Koh Tao, down south, one of the little islands.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of scuba diving there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I just went scuba diving for the first time and like just fell in love with it and ended up doing like my qualification to become a dive master and logging over 100 dives in like a few
You did
months.
100
Yeah,
dives. Wow.
it's just magical. Like being under the water, like swimming with like the fish.
No, I can
It's
imagine it's
just
like
like
being in
it's
Nemo's tank, if you know what I
yeah,
mean. That
it's
kind of thing.
wild. It's a wild like experience.
So a day in the life of a scuba diver. Go on, show me, tell me. Well, don't show me, but just tell me. Do you know what I
A day
mean?
in the life. What do you
Yeah, like
mean?
what do you do?
You
Because I
know?
don't know. I've never been to scuba school before.
Yeah.
So I know, do you wake up in the morning and you like to get your lungs ready?
No, it's not
No,
much of
okay. You
that,
just wake
you
up and drink tea and then
Wake up, have some breakfast,
and you say, right, I'm gonna weigh
jump
myself
on the
down.
boat.
But do you eat?
No, it's
Prop-
really not that. It's
oh, so
really
I'm
like
going
not
too
that
much.
specific.
Oh wow.
There's no like.
Well, you need to make
It's
it a
not
little
like.
bit more elaborate and
I know, but it's not like
how people
It's not
think
like
it is.
CrossFit or anything like that,
No, I wasn't thinking
or
CrossFit,
like
but I was just like, okay,
preparation for like a
yeah,
sport.
because you don't want to make yourself too heavy.
It's
You
like a
don't want to.
leisure activity, really. There's
Oh,
not much like exercise behind it.
oh,
A lot of it's to do with like the breathing and
yeah.
breathing from the tank, um, and sort of like combating that fear or coordinating that feeling of being under the water
Hmm. Yeah,
and
because
like and feeling like I
yeah,
shouldn't be able to breathe, but I can breathe, and that's quite a
a big thing
trippy.
of the. You're like, wow, I've actually conquered it.
Yeah,
What's going on here? Okay, so oh, maybe I will never go to scuba diving. You did not sell that well.
it's great. Do it. It's
No, I will.
amazing.
Because I love the water
It is
anyway. So I
incredible.
would love to go and
It's
be
like a
like,
whole. It's like a new world.
wow.
Like
Uh-huh.
literally, it is just like a world you never get to see. Like you see it on TV, but to be like under it, among it,
Hmm.
and to have these like fish and other marine life just like
But
inches
it's
away
not the
from your face.
ordinary
It's like, oh
fish.
my gosh.
It's not ordinary fish that you
It's
like.
not like
Oh, it's like,
goldfish
yeah, that's what I
or
mean. It's not
trout.
fish tank. Like, oh, I'm looking at the fish
No,
tank.
no,
You're kind
no.
of like,
It's like all the
dang.
tropical fish. I've seen like stingrays, turtles.
Was you scared when you saw one?
No,
Why?
I don't know, because they're just like going about their business.
But if you went and juked it, then it will come
Oh
and
yeah,
sting you.
you keep your hands to yourself, like.
No, but I was, you know what? You're just kind of curious. You say, let me just juke it and
No,
see.
number one rule: you can't touch anything.
No, I would never actually, because I don't want to. You don't want to bring anything upon yourself, innit?
Yeah.
So, like jellyfish, would you find yourself scared of jellyfish?
Well, yeah. I mean, you don't want to get
Yeah, because
caught
you're
in
just gonna
their
get stung.
tentacles, like.
So, I know this is gonna sound so stupid.
Yeah.
So, rubber suits they do protect you from jellyfish stings.
Do you know what?
It's
I
a good
don't. I don't
question,
know. I don't know. I'm sure they like potentially protect you to an extent, but
but I'm
I mean,
sure
if
it
it's
could.
not making contact with your skin, then that's you're not
Okay,
getting.
you're not getting stung,
I'm not
but
sure.
I don't
I
know.
don't know. Good
Maybe it is.
question.
They should put it on their
Good
boxes.
question. We
Maybe
should find that out.
they should actually put it on their boxes.
Whose boxes?
Yeah, you know when you get a I was gonna say a stingray. When you get a bodysuit,
Puzzle. Yeah.
a puzzle as well, like, with a tube down the middle.
Like a
Yeah, like they
wetsuit,
should
you
say
mean?
like it protects you from
Maybe they
stingrays.
do. I've just
I
never
saw it
read
in
it.
Lidl's. It didn't say it on there. It's like I was, I would have bought
Little
it.
ain't protecting you from nothing.
I would have said, "Oh God!" And it said
I'm joking.
STIs as well.
Absolutely not. Little.
Oh
Big up,
God!
little. Big up,
Oh, you got
little.
her in it.
Oh,
Oh,
little and Aldi all the way.
oh. Would you get those trainers?
What trainers?
They got no. Don't say it like you're gonna go and buy it. You know the Lidl's trainers. They've actually got Lidl's trainers.
Have they?
Yeah, they did like a range. I think like with hats and a. I wanted to say a
Oh
scarf
my
because you
god,
say a
let's
hat, a
get
scarf. And let's get you. It's a
Babe,
little trainer.
babe, I got
What?
a Greg. Like back in the day, right? Last summer before,
Mm-hmm.
Greg's and Primark, teamed up
Mm-hmm.
and did like a little clothing range and stuff. And I
Oh
got
yeah.
like a bucket hat. It's like black on one side with like the Greg's logo, and then
No.
you turn it inside out, and it's just the Greg's logo in repeat all over it. and it is
And
like
you wear it?
amazing. I wear it to festivals, yeah.
Okay.
Show the love for the Greg's pasties.
Wow. No, that's good. That's good for you. No, they're also now you're saying that because
I'm a
there is it there.
38-year-old man. I
I
shouldn't
know
be
you could
doing
do. I
things like
know in
these.
it wearing a fucking Greg's hat, a reversible one as well. No, that is not even. That's 50-year-old shit that's going on there above. You will never see a 19-year-old like, let me wear the Gregs, let me wear the... It'll be a song in it. Let me wear the Gregs, let me wear the Gregs. You're like, okay. But no, you were saying about Gregs, they're actually bringing out 24 karat plated gold earrings, necklace, and everything of like, um, what is it? A
Huh?
sausage roll, a pasty.
Shut the. Are they
No, they actually are.
24 carats
Yeah,
gold?
plated. This is what they kept saying.
Plated.
They were
Okay,
like,
plate. Oh yeah,
plated.
plated.
But
Okay,
it's
I was
like
gonna
the
say,
shape of
why are
a
you outpricing most of the people who go to Greg's with 24
with
karat
good,
gold?
yeah. No, it's
That's not gonna happen.
plated. I was like, they said 24 karat gold
We know.
plated. That's how the
Yeah, yeah,
silence
yeah,
was.
yeah,
And I
yeah,
was like,
yeah.
oh, but it's sausage roll earrings. It's like a cross on necklace. I don't think there's a bracelet, but
Sausage
it's
roll
like that.
earring.
Yeah. The little dangly ones that will hang down with
Oh,
sausage
shit, I'm
rolls.
gonna get some of them.
Well, oh God, your birthday's just been as well, isn't it? Happy birthday, love.
Thank you.
But
Cheers.
let's so
Cheers.
I was like, happy
Cheers.
birthday.
Thank you.
But I actually said to Ben a week in advance, happy birthday, because iPad fucks people up. You know, when you look and you just say, oh, I'm not actually looking at the date. You look at the little square and you're like, oh, I'm going to look at the square. And it said Ben's birthday. I said, oh my God, let me text Ben. And he said, oh,
Panicked. It was a
oh,
panic
panic.
text.
No, it wasn't a panic. It was very heartfelt. I said, happy birthday twice. You should be lucky. And I said, happy birthday, happy birthday. He said, oh, I'll save that for a week's time. I said, oh. And then I just, what is it? You know, when you re-forward it in the chat, I just re-forward it and say, happy birthday. The
I
week
really
after.
appreciated that. I thought that was genius.
I don't have to fuck around anymore.
That made me laugh so much.
Don't forget, guys, you can find us on Instagram if you want to get in touch at you_reminds_me.
And also, don't forget to subscribe.
Send us a DM, darlings. We'll always get back.
Love ya. But anyway, let's move on. So the actual whole reason you are here is because of me and like the whole grieving process I have been going through, and you being there for me, and how you have felt you've been there for me. As much as you might be like, I've not, don't feel like you've been there, but you have. Like, everyone has done a part for me. But from your perspective, how did you feel you could approach me in this situation? I don't know. That is that a good question to ask? I don't even know. It sounds really bad.
No, I know. I
Yeah,
think I know what you're asking.
yeah.
Um,
Because I don't
don't
know.
know.
Sorry to cut in there. Is it like we are good friends, but it's like, how do I approach that? Because it's something that he's going. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll let you talk. So, oh God,
I mean,
wine on me.
Yeah. I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Like, I think it was a shock.
Mm.
Like, it was a shock for sure. Yeah, just so unexpected, and I just don't think there was. I felt like there was any rule book, to be honest.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I just was like, I just want to let you know that I'm here for you
Mm-hmm.
if you need me, and yeah, and just check in on you. Like, I think I texted you like once. We had like a little do,
Mm-hmm.
and then I like gave you a week, and I texted you again. We had a little do. So I feel like it was just, yeah,
Yeah.
I just felt like that was the best way, just to let you sort of deal.
Yeah.
And like you had said, like how you'd had, you know, so much like family and friends around the house and like so busy all the
Yeah.
time. And I just thought, he knows.
Yeah.
Like I just had faith that you knew
Yeah.
that like you could just text or just call.
Yeah.
Like I didn't doubt that you wouldn't think that for a second.
Yeah. Which is so good, because that is actually how I felt, because you actually feel so overwhelmed in that situation where you do get those texts, like you were texts, and then I'm never been a person who will text you a week later or 2 days later and be like, oh my God, I'm so sorry, I didn't see that. No, that is bullshit. Whoever does that to you, they're full of shit and they're not a friend. No, it's the truth. Like, you can't be texting people 2-3 days later. They actually don't mean nothing to you.
Uh-huh.
But do you do that? Oh wow. What do you do?
Sometimes I do forget.
How?
Because
Your brain just goes.
I've opened it, and
And
then
you just go
then
away.
something else happens, or then something else comes through, or I get called to do something else,
Oh,
and that moment that
you're
I
living such a busy
was
life.
given, no, it can be like the most
Small.
minuscule thing. So I could be like looking at it, going to reply, and then someone calls me or something happens,
Okay.
and then I get distracted, and then there have been times where like I actually thought that I've replied because I was in the mode to reply to it,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
got interrupted, and then completely forgot,
Mm-hmm.
and then my body was like, and my brain was like, oh,
I've done
I've
it.
done that. Because
Okay.
I remember sitting down and putting. I'm not excuse,
Well, you've
like
opened
I'm saying,
it.
yeah.
But no, I still don't see that. But like, I feel like you can reply to those shit. But in that actual moment, everything was so overwhelming where I consciously thought, I know I'm not replying to these people the way I would usually reply, etc. But like you said, you hope that I felt the love. I did feel the love. I felt a little bit overwhelmed
Yeah, and I thought
by
that as well.
how
like,
much of the response of people were actually checking on me, and it does make you feel like, oh, do you trust that person? Because I'm not speaking to you for how, do you know what I mean? I've not spoken to you for however long. It could be like my mum's old friend, and she'll be like, oh God, I don't know who you
but
are.
all the people
But it's,
come out,
yeah,
innit?
they just come at you, and it's so,
And they
and
just
like you're
have
like,
the
oh,
best intentions.
yeah, it is the best intention. It's lovely. Thank you everyone for that. I've got through that, but like the way I've gone through it all is that I have been not the militant Marcus, but like the very organized. I actually feel like I'm a bloody adult now.
Yeah.
It does make you feel like, oh shit, you're an adult, and people actually respect you. They don't see you as that child that was running and playing on the trampoline, and do you know what I mean, rolling around and eating all the food, and do you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
they actually say, oh wow, you are a big ass adult. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It's a crazy thing. I don't know. I'm still going through it. It's still such a fresh thing, but I am a talker. I'd rather talk about stuff because you can easily. I've been in a dark hole, and you'll be like, I could just end my life now. Sorry to say this, people, where you're like, I just want to meet her. But you do have those people, and they do give you those spirit and say, look, you are far too much like your mum, so she wouldn't want you to go. And like, I don't know, it's just a lot of a lot.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of emotions.
Yeah, it's in it, and I'm just like, oh my God, I don't even know what to say. I'm like, yeah. Imagine talking in tongues next minute. I lost touch with Mr. Man. Anyway, but that's another thing.
Have you been to grief
Very.
counselling?
So this is the thing. I rang. Oh God, I don't want to say it. I know Cure. Went to them, spoke to them. They were rubbish. So then I went to the doctors, and now I'm on the talking therapy list, which I should get. Well, I've got an appointment coming up. So I am putting stuff in place. I'm not unaware of maybe a breakdown might come or anything like that. I am very hyper aware. Well, I don't know if that is in my detriment or not. Who knows?
I think it's good for helping you just like process the emotions, and like you don't know how much happened to you, especially like in that first week
Yeah.
when you were so physically busy
Mm-hmm.
and then like mentally overwhelmed and feeling this grief to a
Mm.
level you've never felt before.
Yeah. No,
Like,
it's so true.
so to be able to like try and process all that in like a safe environment,
Yeah.
I think would be really helpful.
Yeah.
Because
know,
I think
yeah.
we can be so unaware of what we hold on to and where we hold on to it.
Yeah.
And we might think, oh, do you know what? Yeah, sound. But, you know, it might just be somewhere we're not
we
like
do.
aware of.
It's like in the back of your neck. That's what I
Yeah.
always think about it. Like everyone puts it to the back, and I must have instantly, because it's horrible. Because you do see that last. Sorry, I'm being graphic. The lasting image of your parent, and I have the way I am remembering her at the moment is seeing her unalived. I'm gonna say it on the hospital bed. Like that's the only way I could do it. Like I even said to Perry the other day, I was opening my little cupboard there, and that image came to my head. So it's just replaying. But I don't know how I'm being so strong. A lot of people have been like, "You are so fucking strong." I don't know where this strongness has come from. It is because I'm quite spiritual. I do feel my mother, but I've not seen her yet. But I don't know if that's because she hasn't passed over properly, if you know what I mean. But I can't wait to dream and see her and re- forget about that image I've last seen of her.
Yeah.
And start dreaming, and like, because I know the dreams will be good. She'll be making me belly laugh. I know you don't really see faces in dreams, but you know who they are.
Yeah.
So I can't wait for that to happen. Maybe it will happen tonight. Now I've said it out loud. It will happen tonight. But I drank far too much to remember any dreams. No, Mum. Sorry, Mum.
I want to like go and talk about stuff and get it all shifted. I'm sure that'll like stir stuff up.
Yeah.
Or even like remove anything that's blocking that from happening.
Yeah, I don't know what this block is, but I am due a big breakdown. I'm gonna break down, and I said, I'm gonna
break down.
But I feel like I might. Next minute, arson in
burning things down.
They'll be like, London Bridge is burning.
Not again.
No, they're not again. That happened in 19. So you have to make light of situations and stuff. But that's how I'm getting through it. But
you put stuff in place.
Yeah.
You're being aware. You're not blocking yourself. You're not like ignoring stuff.
Yeah.
You've put things in place. You've got these things like to work towards.
So it's good.
Which is good.
I'm not being an idiot and laying in my bed in my pit, which I could easily do, but I've got a bad back. Ain't no one want to lay up in bed all day. I need to exercise. So there is, and it's good. I cannot thank my little bugger Jasper, my other co-hosts, when people are not around, but like, oh, he has been a diamond, because you have to get out. You have to get out for him. So I'm thinking of someone else. Like even when he came home for a long while with me and my dad, because I'm an only child. So like him just being there. Even my dad he's not a dog person. He is not. But him and Jasper, good friend.
No.
And he would lay on the sofa with his foot up. Jasper would be laying in between his legs, and it's just that added, So it was nice. It was nice. So he does bring a lot of joy. My little friend, innit? Oh, he's not even listening now. After that, every minute making sound on my podcast. Oh, blimey. But anyway, let's end it there, and we will carry on soon.
Don't forget, guys, you can find us on Instagram if you want to get in touch at you_reminds_me.
And also, don't forget to subscribe.
Send us a DM, darlings. We'll always get back.
Love ya. Hey, everyone. So, we are on that part that I like to call like the news part. Exactly.
What? And tell me, Marcus.
What
happens in the news
in
part?
The news? We literally just 2 seconds before looked up some news. I have news because I always got news. But because it was Taylor Swift, we were like, oh, no, let's talk about Taylor Swift. But what was the news, Ben, of Taylor Swift?
That Taylor Swift gives life-changing $100,000 bonuses to Era's tour truck drivers. That's nice, isn't it?
Just to the truck drivers.
This is what she says, yeah. Each trucker.
That's really nice of her.
Tours trucking staff by giving each trucker.
So are they at the bottom of the barrel that she has to give them a bonus?
They must be, no?
Because does she not have...
hang on. The typical amount, he said, far exceeds the standard.
Oh, it's your phone, isn't it?
Sorry, right expected bonus. Which they usually get 5,000 or 10,000 each.
Oh.
So that's what they normally would get, and she's given them 100,000 each. Oh, okay. So 10 times
what they get
would normally expect at the top of their bonus.
Oh, okay. That's nice. No, I'm not actually. That is nice. Man. That is all right, but there's other people that she could have given another 100 to.
Ah.
Yes, that one man, the bigger guy who was there, dancing behind her.
Paid, though.
I reckon he didn't get 100. No, he must have got 100 then. No, I'm speculating.
Why are you making up shit?
I don't know. Okay, no, that was nice of her.
Checker on this
that was really nice of her, actually. Like, to do that when you know it's like when you know a base pay and you know they are doing the most work because she's going from to do you know what I mean? So it actually is a nice gesture.
Yeah.
I'm being genuine.
And the people who are paying the bills, obviously she's not signing the checks or nothing, is she? But they obviously know what would be standard for them to receive.
Yeah.
So they know how generous
that they have to be like, there you go.
Oh, fair play. They said, people saying like life-changing amount. It is, isn't it?
No, that is.
For a lot of people.
Like, that enables them to buy a house for their family. Imagine you got an extra 100K.
Pay off a mortgage, pay off student debt.
All of those kind of things.
Especially in America.
Yeah.
Pay off medical bills. Pay off anything.
No, it's true.
You've got to pay for everything in America.
Oh, poor loves.
Yeah.
Poor loves. Let's move on. Anyway. So like last week, I was talking about Lebanon.
Yeah.
And I was saying about how the pages went off.
Yeah.
It's now escalated into walkie-talkies and even bigger things like cars blowing up. I'm like,
when did this happen?
This is literally from
right now.
Yeah, so from me seeing it from last week.
Oh, last week.
Yeah. It's actually got bigger, and they took over and have been blowing up more shit. Yeah, it's got worse.
That's it.
And then they said it was like a speculation of, oh, Trump is going to get a third assassination. This is what they were saying. But then that was like fake news. We're only like, that's not real. I don't know what is actually. So what
is this fake news?
No, this is real news. So after the whole pages, it turned into the walkie-talkies, and it's got
all
worse.
In a day?
Within 24 hours. No, literally within 24 hours.
Within 24 hours, that all
jumped
to those things?
Yeah.
I didn't know this.
Yeah. Yeah, within 24 hours, it's gone back.
Who's behind it, though? What's the thing?
It's Israel who's behind it all, who have actually, like, tapped into stuff, and they fuck shit up. No. Like, it's a big... It must be the biggest cyber attack that's ever happened. You don't believe me?
No,
go and look it up.
Believe you.
Look it up. It's actually got bigger.
It's definitely an Israeli attack.
Yeah.
Like, confirmed.
Yeah, they said it was Israel who did the attack on them. Look it up. Go on. So it's got even worse. So that's why I was like, shit, we could be sat here next minute, my laptop, blood amps. It blows up. So it's a serious thing. Are you nervous?
How?
I don't know how you can, but people can encrypt things. I don't know. They just know what they're doing. To actually, like I said,
or like those things, like things were put in them originally, so that
No.
could be an option.
So from the actual pages, what they did is they put in a code that allowed the battery to overheat, and the only way what happens after it overheats, it explodes. So that's what was happening originally to people, and at the beginning it was only 9, I think it was 7 or 9 deaths, and then it was thousands of injuries after that, and they didn't have enough room in hospitals, and then within 24 hours it's now walkie talkies. They're kind of, it feels like they're back in the Stone Age, and they will have those, the old flip phone, like, was it a Motorola that only the mouthpiece will lift down? I feel like they will be walking around with those kind of phones, and that kind of shit will blow up because they're so far back that you can encrypt that shit. It's great. I'm guessing you can't encrypt. Maybe you can an iPhone, but like for it to blow up. But you can with older shit. They were like on Motorola's.
That's what they were showing. It was on.
Yeah, it was on like a Motorola pager, like those old pagers. And this is what they were giving out to all of their residents to keep contact with people, which I don't understand. I really don't understand.
When have they had the pages since?
I don't know the actual day.
No,
I don't know the actual day.
No, like with these given out for this purpose.
I don't actually know. I'm guessing that's so, because how would you, like, they are a third world country, aren't they? So is it a hand-me-down? That's what I mean. So I'm like, could it have been a hand-me-down?
No, but like, do they have these things that people have in certain, like,
everyone apparently had them,
or were they like given out like a few weeks ago when people?
I don't even know. It's just
like
everyone seemed to have these old style pages for them to then encrypt it and blow it up.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so that's crazy shit. That is actually going on in the world, which is like horrendous. God, I know, but I will move on. I am actually going to keep on the like death note, just because I was meant to say this 2 weeks ago, and a family, but it is a family. So it's a mother, her 3 children, and one of their children, as you can hear, police running behind us now, one of the children actually killed them, killed the mother, killed the sister, killed the brother. And what was it from? It was actually from that. So allegedly, sorry, I should say this is allegedly. So he put up a YouTube video saying that he will rip his sister's face off because something in, is it like Walking Dead, like a Walking Dead kind of game, she didn't play the right arc of the character and made the character die. So it is based, and he shot his family. This is in Luton, Bedfordshire. This happened. In Marsh Farm, he went and shot his members of the family. This is what I'm like. Although I'm like, oh, I would love to go and buy a PlayStation 5 and play the games and stuff like that. But it is doing mad shit to people. It really is. What is your views on that?
Not expecting that. What, all over a game?
Yeah. Allegedly, all over a game.
Got to be more to that, isn't it?
This is what I'm thinking, because we're only hearing little snippets of stuff, but it is allegedly all over a game. I could be wrong. By the time this comes out, news might have broken and more story would have come out about it, but that is what the story is at the moment. And like, there is like a GoFundMe page up for the mum, the sister, and the brother, because he shot them dead. For one, where in England are we getting guns? I would never know where to go and get a gun.
They live on a farm.
No, Marsh Farm is like a estate in I was gonna say Lewisham then, in Luton.
Oh,
So
okay.
it's like a bad estate.
I was just thinking because
No, it's not out in a farm.
farms
No.
have guns usually. Don't
Yeah, no. So they just call it Marsh Farm.
they?
Yeah,
Shootings.
it's crazy. Like I just don't understand.
That
Really
kid.
don't.
He's a kid.
I want to say he was 18. See, he's a kid. He is 18. He's just coming to his adultness. Yeah,
Where's the
exactly.
guns coming from?
Where are the guns coming from? Especially in Ingo. If this was different and we were in a different country, i.e., USA, you would understand. Because there has been that whole thing of, I don't know if you heard, with the father who's now been sentenced to 100 years because he gave his son a gun, and that was the gun that he went to go and shoot his class. No, I don't know if it was a classmate or it was a school, basically, and shot dead a good couple of people. And the dad is actually responsible for it as well. Yeah.
Just
We will never have guns here. We never will
so
feel
much.
that. Yeah.
So much. So like heavy. All this stuff. What's going on? I just don't understand it.
Yeah. This is what is actually going on in the world.
Like with that guy, there must be something more.
Mm.
Like there's got to be like some mental health issues and stuff.
Oh, definitely. Definitely.
Yeah. Trying to just blame it on a game. I mean, it puts you in a mindset, obviously, but I don't know. I don't know enough about this.
No, I know. But we have to you have to speak to people who are impartial, who are partial. Like, I've come with the deep cutting news, and it's a lot. But you can live your life and not know this kind of news.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know where it finds me. I just like, but it has to be spoke about. It does have to be spoke about. Like, even if you are impartial about it, I do feel like we all have our own views on it. And for me, it's a lot to, I always, my brain is so graphic and like that, where I not replay, but I will be like, how? Because I've always asked this question.
Don't forget, guys, you can find us on Instagram if you want to get in touch at you_reminds_me.
And also, don't forget to subscribe.
Send us a DM, starlies. We'll always get back.
Love ya. Do murderers have remorse instantly, or is it months after, a year after?
I don't think we'll ever know.
Exactly. It's such a question, isn't it? You would never know.
Well, no, because you can't 100% know what is on someone's mind.
Yeah. But it's
So
like,
even
when
if someone
you're doing
could
it,
say
do you,
that, then-
oh God, and then you're like, oh no, they're gone. Or you're a madman and you can bury a body and do that, and then you drive home and be like, it hits you. That's 4 hours later, because that's long. I don't know. Me, if you have to bury a body, you have to go and dig things, and that's too much. So I would never murder. Do you know what I mean? I will never murder because it's too much.
I'm glad.
Yeah, I'm happy
glad
to
you
just
would
go and
never
have a little
murder.
swim.
Yeah.
Go and have a little
Just
swim,
stick to
walk the
swimming,
dog.
babe.
That's too much.
Don't worry about murdering
No,
people.
I ain't got time.
Don't do that.
No, they don't want me up in there. But yeah, it's these questions we asked. Like, right at the beginning of this podcast, I used to ask like stupid questions, like stupid shit that we do. Like, say for instance, you run a bath and you have that feeling of just throwing the phone in the bath. Do you know, like, people have, or you're walking across a bridge and you're like, I could just throw myself off. And they say that if you don't do it, you're sane. And stuff like, do you walk over 3 drains or under a ladder? And just the stuff that people, you know what I mean? Like me,
Yeah.
I would miss 3 drains. I'll be like, oh shit, I just
That's superstitious though.
yeah,
isn't it?
yeah, that's what I mean. Like
The
those
one
kind of
before
stuff.
is intrusive thoughts.
Yes. So it's those different things.
Yeah.
It's so bizarre. Like, we have to, like, we ask these questions. I go deep.
Yeah, I've had intrusive thoughts
Yeah.
since I was young,
Okay.
but I didn't know they were a thing until I was like
Old enough.
25, maybe older.
Okay.
And people just like started talking about them a bit more freely.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And then I was like, I know I'm not a person who could do that
Yeah.
or would want to do that.
But I
But the
have that
fact
thought.
that I've had the thought means that I'm capable of doing it.
Yeah.
And
But
that
are you
scares,
capable of
and
doing
that
it?
scares me a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And then I was like, should I be thinking these thoughts? Should I be able to think this way? You know, should I be able to
Yeah.
access this way of thinking? Because that means I could potentially do it.
Yeah.
So that was like scary. And then people started talking about these things more and more. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's not just me.
No, yeah, yeah, yeah.
Other people experience this a lot as well, which is such a relief. Such a relief. But yeah,
No,
I
I
think
hear
like
you.
they just come from, I don't know, like I think mine started when I would just think like why someone would do something.
Mm-hmm.
Like say the last example when you were talking about murdering
Yeah,
someone.
yeah, yeah.
For want of a better example, thinking about that.
He comes here on my pod with English, and you know I don't. Well, I do speak English, but Marklish.
No, I just mean talking about murderers is not like the nicest topic, but but thinking that and then thinking, I remember thinking, God, how could somebody do that? How could somebody commit that murder?
Yeah.
And then my brain would go, oh, this is how.
Yeah.
You know, because like if you ask yourself a question,
Mm-hmm.
your brain will answer that question.
Oh yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah.
So like,
yeah,
you ask yourself that question, and it's like, oh, this is how you could do it. So it fills in that blank, and you're like, that's how. And now I know how I would murder someone.
Yeah.
And why though? Why do I
Yeah.
have this information? Why was I able to do that?
It's so
Does
true.
that make me like a bad person?
But you haven't seen it through. But then some people will be like, if you've thought about it, could you see it through?
That's what I mean.
Do
That's
you know?
what scares
Yeah.
me.
So it's a counterbalance thing. It's wild because I bet everyone in this world has had those intrusive thoughts and be like, you know how in a film where it might be in like a funny, jokey film where they'll be chatting to someone and be like, I could just kill them, blah, 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 start stabbing them, and then it goes back to them and they're just daydreaming.
Oh, yeah.
It's like that, isn't it? Yeah. Literally, you that thought of it, you're like, shit. Oh God. And then when it's like showed
there's a little bit of darkness inside.
Yeah. Like, a lot of people have got darkness. We've all got a little bit of darkness in us. Because no life is ever like, ooh. I wouldn't even say Prince William has gone through life and said, I'm just gonna go through it. Because he's not.
Prince William.
Yeah, just picking out names.
What's he been doing?
I don't know. I don't know what he's been doing, but he knows what he's been doing. But yeah.
Oh, good old Prince William.
Oh, but I think we should stop it there now because we could actually delve in and then it'll just become a Ouija board out here on these streets. No, not me. I could not do no Ouija board, but it could become that dark. So I want to just say thank you so much for coming on my little pod.
Thanks for having me. Yeah.
It's been great. And I hope all the listeners have really enjoyed this.
Yeah.
Like I said before, this is just me opening up. I am being selfish. I don't care. But it is me opening up and being a listening ear, or contact me and we can talk. And I've put it all throughout this podcast where you will hear how to follow us, and you can DM us through our Instagram as well. But I just want to end it there and just say I hope you all have a lovely week. Stay safe and make sure you have a tequila. Bye.